So I'm trying to design a stitch layout for some aprons. I was given these aprons and asked to just put something on there related to, oh yes, a lot of people may not know what that is, but Eastern Stars. You may have heard about it, the Order of the Eastern Stars. So I'm doing some aprons. They're going to be given out whenever there's like an event, or if they have to use them for a function or something, at least they don't mess the clothes up. So I'm trying to decide what to put on there, how it should look. Do I want to go fancy? Do I just want to make it basic? But it's an apron. So, you know, people like nice things. Hopefully the noise in the background is not killing y'all, because I have some other work going on and they have to get done today. So this machine is going to be running. But yeah, so come along with me while I make my decision. I know for sure the OES is going to be in red. Now, do I want to put I Am My Sister's Keeper underneath it, or do I want to put the Order of the Eastern Star? I think I'm going to go with I Am My Sister's Keeper. So what I normally do is type it out, and then after typing it out, then I'll make a decision how I want it to look as relates to the font. So, well, let me not do that. Hold on. Because I don't want it all to be the same font. I want it to be different. So I go back to lettering and then create a separate box and start typing again. And it's going to come in through here. And then I'll just move it down so it will fit under here. Then I can line it up and do all the extra stuff. Like I said, it's gonna come in under here, and it's coming in as a different font, but you know, I'll change it. I just want to see how I want to have it. So I might do just red. I'm using colors out of the star, the Eastern Star star. So I could either use red, white, blue, yellow, or green. Green I don't mind. I might change it to the blue, but first let's decide on a font. Let's decide on the font that I want. And then I'll also adjust my sizing once I'm done. And if y'all are curious what program I'm using Hatch Embroidery digitizer software. I'm not a guru. I'm not nowhere as great as some of these digitizers out here. I just do the basics, type out what I want, stitch it out, it looks good, bam, I'm good. Some things I do send off, and I have a digitizer that I use. He's awesome. I was actually, I don't know, when I started out, I think I'd reached out to someone and asked them, somebody that I know, and they're like, hey, this is who I use, so here's their information. And I was pretty happy about that, because not everybody will give you stuff like that. They'll 9 times out of 10 hold the information and not want to share because they think that you're going to take their business or something. But he was cool. He was okay with sharing that information, and I didn't mind it one bit, because your girl needed it. All right, so yeah, now I'm trying to decide, and I'm just scrolling through the different fonts that I have on my program to see what I like. So as this sits, it sits at 8.34 inches wide, and it is only 0.76 high. So I maybe want to make it a little bigger. And that's not even an inch. I'm going to make it an inch. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I'll make it an inch. And then let's see, this is 7 inches wide, which is not bad. So do that. And like I said, they don't know what they want as it relates to font. They just know they want something OES on there. So I'm gonna give them something that I know I wouldn't mind wearing on a apron. So yeah, let's see. Maybe I should change the color so y'all can see. Cause that green, y'all really wasn't seeing nothing. Why y'all didn't tell me that? Why y'all didn't tell me y'all wasn't seeing nothing? That's not cool. Y'all should have told me. And just so y'all know, this is, I don't think I'm gonna crop this video too much, so you'll hear most of the talking throughout. And then maybe at the end when I'm running it on the machine or something, then you might not hear my voice, or hopefully my voice is not annoying. But hey, if it is, I apologize. I can't help it. It's just the voice God gave me. So, yeah. I think this is the hardest part for anybody that designs or creates, period. I think this is the hardest part for me, is actually choosing the font. The font is so difficult. Like, I don't know why, but it is so doggone difficult for me. I take forever to make that decision. And then when I make the decision, I'm like, okay, is that really what I want? Do I really like that? Should I change it? Then I gotta zoom in. I wanna make sure it's gonna look good. Like, I do the most. But I just want when somebody puts it on and somebody else sees it, they're like, who did that? They can tell him, hey, tell him like what my husband said, I know a lady. That's his thing. Anybody will ask him, hey, who did that for you? He'll tell them, I know a lady. And he always has my business cards in his pocket, so the moment they're like, you got a number? He's like, yeah, hold on, I got a business card right here. That's his thing. That is what he does. So let me zoom in. I'm not sure if I like how this looks, because I know once it's done, it might not stitch out looking good. And it's gonna be on black it's gonna be on black aprons. So let's see, maybe if I choose a different font. But that specific one is in the running. Might be a good option. I just want something simple. I don't want it to take forever to stitch out. Yeah, I don't want it to take forever to stitch out, so. Let's see. I'm telling you, this is the hardest thing that I have to do. I prefer somebody send me something that's already done. All I have to do is get it digitized, or I'm able to type it out myself because I know the font that they want. But if I have to do it, oh my goodness, it takes me forever. When I say forever, I do mean forever. Forever? Yeah, forever, ever. And yes, I can, what's that? Do the spacing down here. Is it down here? It's on one of them pages. I'll go to it. I bet you if I didn't need it, I'll be able to find it and show you. But now that I need it, oh, here we go. Where you at? Where you go? Oh, here we go. Come on. So I already know once I stitch it out, it's not going to be as tight as those letters, because these. So I've been playing with the spacing down here with some of the lettering. And it normally looks pretty good once I'm done. So it's smooth and nice. So I think I'm just gonna stick with this. And this font is called School Book. It's a school book. And then this one is engraved serif. Serif. I guess that's what it's called. So now I'm gonna center it. Make sure my stuff is centered. It didn't move per se. And now for embroidery, you know, if you're used to embroidery, that's fine. If you're not, I hate putting it in the machine and then it's coming up like over here. So I always try to remember to center it. So I just cheat. I don't know if there's a better way to do it, but I type in 0, 0 on both axes. So I know it's smack dead in the center. So I know when I put it in the machine, it's gonna be the same way. And on this side, I'll be able to see my sequence. I know my red is gonna stitch first and then my blue. So I know when I program the machine, I choose my red first, then I choose my blue, and I'm good to go. Or whatever color I choose. But I think it's gonna be red and blue because it's gonna be on black embroidery, black aprons. And objects is literally, normally they break it down and you will see how the stitching is built, but yeah, it's same thing. And if you want to change colors or see what colors look like, you could go over here. And these are all based off the Isocord brand thread numbers. So you could type it in and you could catch it right here. So yeah, this is what I'm going to be putting on the apron. And then since I made that decision and I'm good with this, hold on, I need to check something. Is it sisters as in multiple or sisters with apostrophe? I'm gonna check. I'll be back. I totally forgot about showing y'all the loading process of this design. But anyway, it's loaded in the machine. This is honestly an off-brand machine. I got it for a speed of the video. Never heard about it, but so far I have been learning the interface of this machine. I had it for maybe close to a year. And I'm still learning new things about it because I'm used to my advances. But this one is, yeah, the way how things are, placed in this machine and where to find stuff is crazy. But anyway, here it is, stitching out. And I didn't have any black stabilizer, so I just went ahead with my white. That's fine. But yeah, this is the first machine, or the first picture I should say. So I'll be back to show you what it looks like. Alright, I have now trimmed all of this stuff. This is the first one. To be honest, I think I'm gonna take off the I Am My Sister's Keeper, but I do like the OES itself, so I'm gonna keep it. But this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And I have a few more to go, so I'm gonna go and knock them out. And I also think I'm gonna do each apron in a different color. So it one may have yellow, one may have green, and it just change it up. Yep. Finished product. So I did those hats earlier. And then these are the aprons. So there were 7 hats. And 5 aprons. And that's the colorways that I did. So I kind of did all the OES colors. I'm loving it.